Hello and welcome to this SQL Server shortcuts tutorial. We'll be working in SSMS or SQL Server Management Studio. We have 5 key shortcuts here. One to view help documentation, another to execute our query a bit faster, another one to open new query windows, commenting and uncommenting selected text, and opening a web browser within SQL Server Management Studio if we want to find out a bit more about certain aspects of what we're doing. So here I've got a query, I'm using a window function and the over clause just to get a running total of our orders by order date. I've done a few different things here, so I've converted to varchar type or date time. It was date time originally, and 103 to get an English date format. And as I say, we're just counting the order IDs by day, and we're using that window function to show a running total. And one of the shortcuts will show the output of this. So like I said, shortcut number 1, we can highlight an object like this sum, and we can press F1, and this will just automatically take us to the Transact SQL T-SQL documentation on Microsoft. Now this works across a range of items, so just to show you, let's say you're working with window functions, you were a bit rusty. On the over clause, we can actually, again, look at the documentation. So that's incredibly helpful if you want to go back, look at best practice, tips, performance maybe, as you're actively executing queries. Shortcut 2, we could normally highlight the query and press execute. We could press the green execute button. But as you saw here, I didn't press anything. You can just click Alt and X to execute a query. And you're now going to see the output of that window function where we're just showing our running total by order date. That's just adding up the daily orders. And instead of showing it like in the second column in an itemized way, it just adds on to the previous row. Now, shortcut number 3 is incredibly simple. Just press Ctrl and N anywhere you are, and you will open up a new query window. Simple as that. Shortcut number 4, handy one. To uncomment text, as we've just done, you can press Ctrl and K and U, hold those together. And also to comment the text back again, Ctrl KC. Obviously, if we want to, make our SQL queries readable and work collaboratively well, commenting is key. And on to tip number 5, you can actually press Ctrl, Alt and R to open a web browser actually within a new window within SQL Server Management Studio. You can ignore the browser's no longer supported warning or download Edge. And as you can see, it just functions like any other. So I could just go into Microsoft, SQL Server, whatever, maybe look into some documentation. It just saves you having to actually leave the environment. So that's another nice handy tip. As usual, if you enjoyed these tips and you like the content, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share for plenty more SQL, Power BI, Python, and automation content. Thank you.